Hello, beautiful people. It's Lulu, and today I'm going to do a pep talk, but it has to do with the life purpose cards here today. All right. All 12 of the signs are on the channel. You can go and check the video tab on the house community, where the community page is, the members page, the members area, or what have you, playlists and all of that. You can check the videos. All of these signs have been done, and I will be doing indie signs on Patreon by Wednesday of this week. I usually do them by Wednesday of every week. Now then, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. Thank you. Thank you. Now then, I do have my handy dandy cantaloupe. What? Because this is a very introspective day for me, and I would still want to get these out because I made a promise that I would to myself, and so here we are. Now then, let's get into it. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for sharing if you so choose to. And thank you just for being here and being a part of the House of Oshun. Now then, what do you have for these beautiful people? I'll pull 3 cards. The first one is artist. So some of you may be an artist, whatever that means to you. You create by with your hands, or you may even be someone who maybe you're a cosmetic surgeon or something like that. But hold on. Give me another card for these beautiful people so that we can walk through each one of them for whatever message you have for them. Thank you, darling. School. So some of you may be in a space where you are returning to school or learning something new in a mystery school. Now then, what else do you have for these beautiful people? Thank you. And family. So this is like, these are the life purpose cards. So these are the 3 things, maybe all 3 of them have something to do with you, or each one individually has something to do with different people in different spaces. Now, with the artist card, what I'm getting here with this artist card is that it's important for you to do something creative. You may not have been able to create in a very long time. Something may have happened that took you out of your element, and it's time for you to get back into that element because that's part of why you came here. Especially when it comes to your career and just almost every area of your life, there's creativity. Usually with these type of people, they have very artsy homes. They have very artsy everything. Their clothing is artsy. The way that they speak is artsy. Maybe you're eccentric. But overall, there is something here that needs to transpire when it comes to your artistic endeavors, your artistic activities, just to even get you back in a space where you feel free. Maybe that's where you find your freedom, when you create, when you do something that has to do with art. This could be anything. This could even be music, because oftentimes, since music isn't a universal language, oftentimes people are in a space. Oh, my speaker went out. Oftentimes people that create certain types of music, it calms you, it soothes you, it tells you, like even with telling a story, very artistic way of telling stories here as well. This could be poetry. Whatever this is, they want you to get back into it. Page of Cups and the Hierophant. There's a lot of spiritual wisdom that has come through. Maybe you will have been stuck in some type of traditional way of doing things, but overall, this is your higher self telling you that there's a number of creative opportunities that may be available to you with that Page of Cups, because you may have been in a space where you had different types of personal beliefs, or were under the guise of what others believe, and maybe you fell into that, and it's like you are now in a space where there's no more rejecting change. There's no more of doubting your intuition, doubting that what you came to do is something great. Okay. The Moon and the 2 of Wands. This is planning for the future with that artistic card as well. This is a decision that is going to bring some type of progress, but there's some type of self-discovery or reflections and insight that is coming along. Some type of intuitive nudges that are being presented or at the forefront of your awareness that has a lot to do with your artistic abilities. Not worrying about how the world views you. Like, why? Like, come out of that, please, whoever you are. Come out, wherever you. But come out, because I'm seeing here where it's very important that you are in a space where you take deeper, look into things a little deeper, contemplate a little deeper, because that'll take you where you need to be. That'll take you in a space where you get back in tune with your inner self, back in tune with your star player, so that you won't miss any opportunities that may be presented to you. What information do you have for these beautiful people? 10 of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This is where you find your joy. Some of you may even be thinking about creating a new tarot deck. You may be in a space of thinking about creating a coloring book for kids. Whatever it is, this has to do with you doing something and mastering it this time. Instead of taking your time the way that you used to, this is you being in a repetitive space where you are mastering your craft, mastering what it is that you came here to do. So that's for the artist. If you resonate with that life purpose card, the artist, it's time for you to go ahead and get back into the flow of creativity, the flow of listening to your intuition and allowing it to, you know what, that kind of puts you in the mind. When an artist creates a painting, and oftentimes their intuition is way out there. Even people who write books and stuff like that too. It's way, way out there. And sometimes they get into a space where they question themselves. Will people like this? Will this really be, you go into that imposter syndrome in the middle of creating. And so it's like, no, you got to stay focused, stay grounded, stay in tune with where you are. Try not to be distracted by other things and do things with gentleness, ease, and grace with that, because it reminds me of automatic writing. When an artist just allows the paintbrush to, go and sway and do those things that it does, it reminds me of that. So the next card is the school card, maybe needing to take up a new line of study. There's something that you have that has come to you in the recent past that you want to look more into, and it may require for you to take a class, course, or a seminar. The Seven of Swords, especially if it came to what you've been lied to about, so ain't no telling what y'all about to look into. But this is like, you may have a number of priorities that are at play. And it's like you may have to bring your timing to the forefront when it comes to the priorities that are present, and how can you not self-sabotage or not be into a space where you are self-deceiving when it comes to you researching this. The Tower and the Star. They want you to have hope and faith, be more connected to your purpose, know that things are being renewed for you. There's a lot of spiritual guidance that is coming in when it comes to this going back to school. There's a sudden change, upheaval, or a rude awakening that has transpired or will transpire that has to do with this school, the Lovers. It may be your relationship, but this is the wheel is up, so this is a good time for you to do this. Fate is on your side, destiny is on your side. This is a turning point. You are evolving. Then you have the Empress in reverse, which is where you may have had some type of creative block, or you may have began to depend on other people for what it is that you need or what it is that you want. In order to turn the Empress in the upright, you're gonna have to do some shadow work, do something that has to. The devil is behind. That's why I said that. Shadow work, removing yourself from something that is maybe it's some codependent issues, maybe it's some type of obsessive thinking, overthinking, which is kind of paralyzing you. But overall, what I'm getting with this is that there may be someone or something that had you in a false sense of comfort, false sense of being okay with being with what they were doing or how they were doing it. It could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could just be a way of thinking, a way of living, a way of doing things. But there's a partnership that's coming in. Here, you may meet them at school, and it's going to bring you some type of balance. There's going to be a lot of energy and passion when you find, like, even if you've been contemplating going back to school, like, man, I don't know. And it's like, no. Go ahead, because you're going to be revived. Your passion for what it is that it initially inspired you is going to be revived. This is new vitality, and this has to happen. The Death card. This is a huge transformation and transition on your path. This may even be where you had some type of resistance to change, and now you have this Ace of Swords where there's some type of breakthrough. There was an inability for you to let go of something, and now you have the strength and courage to let it go. Now that you have this mental clarity. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. This will bring you financial reward, whatever this is. You will be secure, or you should be feeling secure. I feel as though there's a number of people around you who want to help you. There's a number of people here that are going to help you to move forward. This is going to be independent. This is your chance to be self-sufficient. This is your chance to claim your financial independence. This is your chance to show yourself that your willpower will and does pay off. You are very driven. It's important that you assert yourself as well. Yep. Allow things to end so that you can walk into this new beginning. This is also you being in the space of no longer over investing in your work, feeling as though you are investing in the right thing for the right reason, not having to do things in a way that would have you feeling left out, right? Feeling left out. Got the Chariot again. All right, so these cards are repeating themselves. Two of Wands again. Making a choice to really figure out what your contribution to society is. Taking a pause to surrender and let go. Taking a pause to really look at things and see what kind of self-sacrifice you will have to do. Because in the recent past, there may have been some type of delays. There may have been some type of resistance. The stalling of decision because of this Eight of Swords and this Six of Swords. You finally got the clarity that you need. And there's a Judgment card. Judgment and Temperance. Balance it all out. It's very important that you come to a space where you know that you are being resurrected. This is a resurrection of sorts. So being resurrected, being in a space where you are very patient and you're full of purpose. You're inspired regularly on a regular basis. Here, this reminds me of when you have, when you go to school for something or you're learning something new and it's like a childlike innocence about it. You're inspired. You're excited about it, right? All right. So the next card here is the Family card. Your community of people that are surrounding you are very helpful. This is friends and family. Clarify this Family card. I feel as though you're going to get a lot of help. There's a lot of help that is coming in. The way that help looks to you may be different because everyone isn't going to get the same type of help. But you are being ushered in a lot of positive energy. Three of Swords and the Emperor. Someone is making a decision to make things right by their children. Someone is making a decision to work on their emotions, become more emotionally intelligent when it comes to taking. And then you have a man reaching for his child and a woman holding a child. So what I'm seeing here is that someone is realizing why they are here and what their legacy, how they want their legacy to be. Because the children are part of your legacy, right? So they may be in a space where they are realizing that the more they connect with their children, it has a lot to do with their legacy. This is the Page of Swords, which is also a thirst for knowledge, but this is communication, a new way of communicating feelings, emotions, and desires. Ten of Wands and the Temperance card. Somebody went through something extreme before they realized what it is that they needed to do. They got extra responsibility, but now they have to figure out how does that work? How can they balance that out? How can they do things in moderation in order for them to continue to move forward? Because what I'm getting here with this is that there was some type of imbalance in this person, or there may have been something that was an excess, right? They were too much into the material world and they were forgetting the other part of the game that's more important than the material grounding. There's nothing wrong with material grounding, but there needs to be a balance. So Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Someone may have transitioned in the recent past that brought some type of painful ending in your family that brought y'all closer. But there's also a rite of passage or releasing of baggage here because of some type of betrayal, loss, or some type of crisis that may have happened in the family. Eight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. There may have been some type of negative thoughts about relationships, about money, sharing of wealth. There may have been some type of self-imposed restrictions that someone got over. Four of Pentacles and the Hangman in the reverse. Someone was resisting some type of change. They didn't want to see things for what they were. They may have been selfish, and they may have been very much so a miser with that Four of Pentacles. With this Two of Wands and this Two of Cups, this is now the two people or a group of people are now figuring out how they can work together to bring balance, and there's a mutual attraction between the two of them, but there's some type of future planning and progress. How can we move forward from where we are? Finding common meeting ground. Judgment and the Eight of Pentacles, that's working on it, making sure that whatever this is that y'all are doing, it has to do with your inner calling, absolution, as well as some type of resurrection or rebirth or new form of awareness that will be this will be the development of new skills, something that you need to focus on, something that's going to take time, and y'all really going to have to work together, you, your family, friends, or you and your person or your next of kin, because there may have been some type of self-doubt. Someone's inner critic took over and it made them feel as though everyone was an enemy when everyone was not. High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. This is going to take courage, confidence, and also being in a space where you are open to sacred knowledge or open to your intuition, so that you can see what it is that needs to be done. There's no blocks here, because someone may have in a recent past felt disconnected from their intuition, or been in a space where they were just being very undermining or very introverted, or doing things from a selfish perspective. Five of Swords and the Eight of Wands. There may have been some type of conflict or disagreements about a lot of travel, or someone not being in alignment, and that is being sorted out as well. Justice and the Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. Things happening the way that they need to, when they need to, and how they need to, according to divine alignment and divine timing. So if you made it this far, drop a paintbrush or the artist, the thing, what do you call that? I forget what you call it. I know it's in the emojis, but you can drop that if you are the artist. Drop a book or a schoolhouse if you are in the school, or drop family. I know it's in emojis for that now. Drop the family card if you are in the space of that family environment, making it work, doing the right things between your family and friends for the right reason. Now I'm going to get back to my beautiful, lovely cantaloupe. What else? Okay, if you've been here a while, you know the vibes. If not, welcome.